See, this is why so many of us are perpetually stuck in this endless loop. We keep doing the same things wrong. We keep struggling with the same problems. We keep losing to the same people, and it just goes around and around and around. Hey guys, and thank you for joining me today. Look, the tennis industry is filled with these secrets and these quick fixes. But at the end of the day, especially nowadays, there are no real secrets in tennis. Now, there are some that might border. Things like most pros don't use the rackets that they endorse. That drives me crazy, but I'm not here to talk about that right now. But as for the game of tennis, look, if you want to get better at tennis, it's going to cost you three things: blood, sweat, and tears. And there's just no way around that. You're going to have to put in the time, you're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to hit thousands and thousands of balls. However, there are ways that you can train that will help you get better faster. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So sit back, buckle up, because we're jumping right in. All right, so here's the problem. The problem is that every one of us has a shadow character. What do I mean by shadow character? Well, every one of us has an image of ourselves in our minds, and that image rarely, if ever, corresponds to reality. It's just not true. Now, some of us have a shadow image in our minds that's overly optimistic. I thought for a long time that my stroke looked like Nadal's forehand. Newsflash, it doesn't, but I kid you not, in my mind, I viewed myself as a 20-something-year-old who just ripped that ball with 3,500 RPMs on it, a head full of hair. I mean, in here, I was locked in to Nadal. Reality? I ain't got hair, I ain't got the RPMs, I don't have the form he has, I don't have the explosion he has. We could go down this list all day long. But in my brain, that's what I thought my shot looked like. Some of us are overly pessimistic. We hit a bad forehand, we think, oh my gosh, my whole game is terrible, my forehand's terrible, my backhand's terrible, there's nothing good about it. Either way, both of those are faulty images. Now, can you see the problem? You see, if I'm trying to fix my strokes and the image that I have of myself isn't really real, well then whatever I do to fix those strokes most likely won't work. And in the worst case scenario, it can actually hurt your game and make you worse than what you were. In fact, nerd moment, this is exactly what Plato said back in the 5th century BC. He was trying to figure out how to live the good life. And the answer he came to is a great story called the allegory of the cave. He said that basically all of us are stuck in a cave facing forward looking at a wall. And then on the wall, the only thing we see are shadows. Life is happening back there, but the only thing we see of it are the shadow versions of it. To him, the only way to live a good life was to break your chains, get out of the cave, and to see reality as it really was. Well, the same's true for tennis. And Plato says, hey, get out of the cave and stop trying to fix your shadow. Figure out what is really true. Well, how do you do that? Hey, get your phone out, set a tripod up, and film yourself. Film your forehand, your backhand, your serve, your volley. You can even get really crazy and film your matches so that you can see your strategy, your tactics, where you've won things, lost things, your movement, your balance, all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you and I, we have to make a mind-body connection. If I'm trying to fix a stroke, but that connection has not been made, well then fixing that stroke will be absolutely grueling. We need to make sure that what I think is happening in my game is actually happening in my game. So I know what to leave and I know what to fix and I see how to fix it. It also makes you much more coachable because now when your coach says, hey, you have a hitch in that forehand swing, you won't try to fight him off going, well, hold on, I don't feel that. You'll know exactly what he's talking about, and then you'll be able to fix it. So next time you're out, this is going to be your best friend. I know you're going to have your racket. That's fantastic, but bring this with you too. Get a little cheap tripod, set it up, film it from the back, maybe the side, and then go home and watch it. And I can guarantee when you make that mind-body connection, your game will get better, quicker, and that'll lead to some of the best tennis of your life. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps. As always, like, subscribe, y'all know what to do. Hey, thanks again, and as always, I look forward to seeing you on court soon.